First of all, what is the friend zone? The friend zone is a form of a rejection that girls can use against guys who they don't want to totally reject for various reasons. Maybe one, they think you'll be like really creepy or aggressive, or two, they just don't really, feel comfortable saying no to you, and so they're just trying to be nice and say, yeah, can we just be friends? Or three, sometimes it can be actually a real thing that she actually wants to stay friends with you, although I think that's like very, very rare. If you could sit here right now and ask yourself, why am I in the friend zone? And then also ask yourself, what kind of man would I need to be? What would I need to look like? What would I need to do to be the kind of guy who she doesn't put in the friend zone, and in fact she dates or even sleeps with? If you could answer that question honestly, you don't even need to watch the rest of this video. Do your own level of critical thinking and just be totally honest and ask yourself, yeah, like, what is it about me that I could improve, that then I could be the kind of guy that she would never even think of like putting into this like bucket? Fuck. Okay, the issue with this, which gets really tricky, is that a lot of girls don't actually tell the truth why they want to stay friends with a guy. And I can just picture there's going to be a lot of guys right now who are going through this shit with, some girl, and the girl's kind of telling them something which is kind of like a lie, but she doesn't mean to be like a bad person for it. And the guys genuinely believe in it. There's a certain kind of guy who she doesn't friend zone. There's a certain kind of guy who she'll meet and she'll fuck and she'll suck his dick on the first time she meets him. And you are sure that the girl that you're into is not like that. You are sure because she's told you other things, bro. Probably is true. It fucking hurts to hear it, but like, you need to understand. A lot of guys get hurt with this. A lot of guys get just like led on by some girl who just wants to be friends, and it fucks up your mental health when like you still are meeting this girl, you're texting her, she's replying to you, you send funny memes, you have a good time together, and then anytime you want to like advance something, she's kind of like stops it, and yet you keep meeting her, she keeps meeting you. In this situation, I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't want to hate on women, a girl who's putting you through this kind of situation is kind of a bad person because she understands what's happening. And if you've made your intentions clear to her and you've kind of like tried to do something with her, you've tried to ask her on a date, and she's like, no, can we be friends? And then she's actually still trying to be friends with you. The thing is, she kind of knows that you're there overthinking about wanting to kiss her or something. So you're both in the wrong with this, but you're the one who needs to take responsibility. And so the first one and most important is disappear and focus on yourself. You're watching this video right now because you don't actually want to be her friend. You need to say this right here, right now. Don't fucking lie. You don't want to be her friend. Bro, it is nice to be around women. It's nice to be around a woman that you're attracted to. You get that subtle testosterone boost when you speak to an attractive woman and everything. It feels awesome to be around a woman, but the thing is, you need to be totally honest. Hold your hand up right now and say, I don't want to be her friend. Just hold your hand up and say that, and just for once, be truthful to just you. No one else is gonna know. Just say it to yourself. I don't want to be her friend. I want to date her. I want to fuck her, but I don't want to be her friend. You need to disappear. There's nothing else you can do. You can't convince her. You can't change her mind. Disappear and work on yourself. Stop replying to her messages. Stop meeting her up on dates. Like, you're not even going on dates or anything, but like, you think it's a date. She doesn't, bro. Come on. Stop meeting her up for these things. Stop texting her and giving her instant gratification, giving her like another dopamine spike every time she sees a notification from you, and then a bit of like a letdown feeling when it's not some other guy that she would prefer. I know this fucking hurts to hear. Stop. Disappear. Go work on yourself. Get into the gym. You've been awkwardly like chasing her, like she's been kind of like running away from your attention, like, leading you on a little bit, dangling the carrot in front of you. Well, now it's going to be the exact opposite, where you're going to disappear and she's going to ask you like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. She's chasing you now. Just by the way, all of these things we teach inside of my online community. It's called Adonis School. It's the top link in the description. You can go there right now to see. It's the only product that I sell, and I think it's really good. So you can just go check that out if you want. Just the second way to get out of the friend zone, which is create a new identity for yourself. Because you see what had happened. I only followed the first way that we spoke about, which is disappear and focus on yourself. I did that and it worked. She was now chasing me. She wanted me. I didn't change my identity. You see, I only just went to the gym. I just, focused on myself. It was like quite shallow things. I went to the gym fine, but I didn't do any like deep sort of internal psychological changes to change how I believed about myself and the situation and my identity. And so what do you think happened? She sends me this big paragraph. It's like she's in my frame. She's chasing me now. She sends me this paragraph that she misses me. And what do you think I did, bro? I sent her a big paragraph back. Well, actually, I miss you too, and I really like you. And sometimes it just hurt hearing you talk about other guys, and I really, I want to date you. I didn't change my identity. So update your identity to no longer be needy. That's one of the greatest things that you can do as a man to actually attract women. Not just get out of the friend zone, but just in general, to attract way more women than you're currently doing now. I promise you, you need to not be needy. Neediness is such a repulsive trait in men. But women are not attracted to needy men. It's just repulsive. It's disgusting. It's just a horrible trait to see in like a grown man who like needs this little girl who's just so creepy. Not even creepy, but just who's like so desperate for her. It's just so unattractive. You need to change this part of your identity, and hopefully you can take this seriously. The fact that you've watched this much of this video, I promise you, you are needy as fuck. I think that love is a fundamental need for humans, but also whilst knowing that being needy about love is fundamentally unattractive. I get it, because I've been needy for like a large part of my life, but it was around this moment, yeah, it was exactly with this girl that I realized that being needy is not going to get me what I want. So I updated my personality from no longer being that needy guy who was obsessed with the girl that I want to being more of this aloof guy who doesn't care that much, and that made me irresistible. The third way to escape the friend zone is to make your intentions known. So let's say you've been friend zoned by this girl, you're going to follow this guy. So the first thing you've done is just disappeared, and you're going to start working on yourself, and then you start to update your identity, your beliefs, your personality to no longer be needy, to no longer be the guy who's okay with being like, her friend or something. And eventually this girl's going to message you, and she's going to like slightly come after you a little bit. At this point, it is crucial for you to make your intentions known, but in like a smooth way. So don't make your old intentions, your old identity known. Don't, oh I've always liked you. I did that, right? So no, I always liked you and I really want to do it. Don't know. That was your old intentions. Your new intentions is like this more like cool boy kind of attitude of like, yeah, I'm busy, but like I want to take you out. Think about how attractive that personality is from a guy where now you've just stopped, chasing after her and stuff. You've got a new personality, you're no longer needy. She sends you a message like, oh, I'm not seeing you, what's going on? And you just say like, I don't want to be friends with you, but I want to take you out. Just make your intentions known that direct. Again, she's not your friend. That was never your intention. It's time to just grow some balls and just think to yourself, yeah, I don't even want to be friends with her. My intentions are clear. I want to date her. I want to sleep with her. I'm going to make that clear. I'm going to ask her out on a date. No longer will you pretend to keep being her friend because it wasn't working for you anyway. How long are you going to keep that game going? And the fourth way to escape the friend zone, forget her and move on. So this is more of a permanent step than the first one. The first one was just focus on yourself for a couple of weeks and she'll probably come back to you. And she's still treating you like a friend, or she says she's not interested. This is the point that you need to think, yep, well, I don't want to be friends with her and she doesn't want to date me or sleep with me, so there's nothing that we can have together. You need to be okay with losing this friend and just move on. Take this as a learning lesson for the next time. Leave the situation better. Leave it with this new understanding of how to polarize women, to always just push them to either really like loving you, wanting to go on a date with you, or just not being interested and just they reject you straight away. Never be safe and stay around here because that's just unattractive for guys.